Should Unionists celebrate St Patrick's Day? In 1903, thousands of Protestants gathered in Downpatrick on St Patrick's Day. They walked through the town toward the grave traditionally believed to be Patrick's resting place. Bands played, clergy spoke, and Unionist newspapers reported the day with pride. Today, that scene might feel surprising, because St Patrick's Day is often seen as something very different. Patrick lived in the 5th century, more than 1,000 years before modern political identities existed in Ireland. He wasn't Irish by birth. Patrick was Romano-British, likely from somewhere in Britain, and as a teenager he was captured by raiders and taken to Ireland as a slave. After years of captivity, he eventually escaped and returned home. Patrick later came back to Ireland as a Christian missionary, determined to spread the religion that had become central to his life. The Christianity Patrick brought to Ireland belonged to the early church. This was centuries before the divisions between Catholic and Protestant Christianity even existed. For most of history, Patrick was remembered simply as a religious figure, a missionary, a bishop, and a man whose work helped shape the Christian story of Ireland. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, St Patrick's Day in many parts of Ulster was often marked by church services, gatherings, and commemorations connected to Patrick's religious story. But over time, the meaning of St Patrick's Day began to shift. Green symbolism grew stronger, Irish nationalism embraced the day more openly, and parades and celebrations increasingly reflected modern political identities. As that happened, many Unionists began to feel that the day no longer represented them in the same way it once had. Patrick himself had not changed, but the way the day around him was claimed had. In parts of the Unionist community, St Patrick's Day has begun to reappear, not as a political statement, but as a cultural one. Community festivals, church events, and local celebrations have returned the focus to Patrick himself and the shared history he represents. Not to claim Patrick for one side, but to recognise that his story long predates the political divisions that came later.